But first, this noon time, digging into the plans outlined by the president in his first State of the Union address last night. White House officials said prior to his address that President Trump would be speaking directly to Democrats, trying to send a unifying message. He also discussed the goal of making the country's infrastructure stronger. Eyewitness News reporter Kate Walsh joins us live now in studio with more.
Well, among the many controversial topics of the night, immigration, health care, the economy was one that most of Congress could find some common ground on: infrastructure. It impacts every American every day. Infrastructure. You notice it when it's an issue, whether you hit a pothole or there's traffic due to bridge repairs.
The President of the United States.
In his first State of the Union address, President Trump called for $1.5 trillion of your tax money to be designated to making improvements.
I am asking both parties to come together to give us safe, fast, reliable, and modern infrastructure that our economy needs and our people deserve.
We heard from your Congressman, Jim Langevin.
I was able to highlight areas where I thought we found common ground, certainly on the importance of infrastructure and rebuilding our roads and bridges.
Senator Jack Reed demanded specifics, saying in a statement, quote, "Tonight the president briefly mentioned infrastructure, but he spent the last year ignoring our nation's infrastructure needs and spent $1.5 trillion on tax cuts for the wealthiest instead of on our nation's infrastructure needs." Senator Sheldon Whitehouse calling for bipartisanship, saying in part, quote, "If the president wants to join those efforts in a constructive way, I welcome his help. Otherwise, just let us do our work." Congressman David Cicilline spoke in more general terms.
The American people have learned, and we've learned to distinguish between what Donald Trump says and what he does.
President Trump said if the Empire State Building took just a year to be built, it shouldn't take more than 2 years to get a road project approved and started. And President Trump said when appropriate, Americans should also tap into private funding to help these projects get done. I'm Kate Walsh, Eyewitness News.